ask you this. All right, this is going to determine whether or not you really are worth dating. Okay.
Oh.
You mentioned The Wire. Mm-hmm. Rank the seasons. And if you get this wrong, I can't fool with you.
Wait.
There's a right order.
Okay.
For the seasons. If you get this wrong, I can't. No, I can't. So rank them in the order of greatness, top to bottom.
1, 3.
You failed already.
4.
You've already
I
failed.
failed?
You've already failed. You said, okay, 1, 3, 4. What else?
5, 2.
You disappoint me, LaToya.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you what the correct order is.
Okay.
3. How are you going to put 3 after 1? No. 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. That's your order.
This is not my order. Because 1 is always the best because it's new and fresh and everything is like, wait, what? 1.
No.
1, 3.
1, great as 1 is, with Snot Boogie and all of that. Mm-hmm. You have Omar, you have Brother Muzone, you have Stringer Bell, you've got the entire, that whole thing in 3. Now, mind you, why 2 is, I used to put 2 last, but I've grown to appreciate 2 over the years because without 2, you don't get 3. 2
right.
sets up 3. 4 has the schools and all, the Amsterdam, and just that greatness, in it. So 3, and 4 just Snoop, and Marlo and this the whole, so all of that. Then 1 is just great because it's just great. So that's but that's why 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. That's why I have to go in that order. I don't mind your order. I just think that you have 1 in the wrong spot.
Wrong place. And I think you have 3 in the wrong space because towards the end it starts to get Hollywood. The reason I think 1 is the best is because it's gritty, right? But you start to get a little like, oh, look, Brother Muzone found Stringer Bell. And like, it starts to feel scripted, right? Like, I love the Brother Muzone character.
You're going to make me cuss in here in a minute, aren't you? You're going to make me cuss.
That's what I was saying. And then when they finally get Avon, and he's like, yeah, like, oh, Stringer, and my brother, like, it was like a little like New Jack City. Like, it was a little too. But
wait a minute, so you're going to tell me, okay, come on now, the hottest scene to me in season 3 was when String finally, when the truth came out about Avon's cousin. What was dude's name that they killed in prison, who had to do those years?
Yes.
He had to do 20. And Avon was worried that he wasn't going to do those 20 years. And so String took care of it. He was real prominent in season 1. They killed him in season 2. And by season 3, you're wondering what's going to happen when this truth comes out that String took him down. And so when String was doing his deals, on the side, trying to get all those houses and get those properties, and continue to have those fronts, those legitimate fronts, and do that business. And when he got burned, he came back in because he and Avon had the whole battle going on about the corners. And Avon was like, man, I want my corners. And so the scene where the two of them finally came back together, and Avon says, you're a man without a country. You're not hard enough for this in here. And maybe, I think the line is maybe, just maybe, you're not smart enough for that out there. You're a man without a country. And so String, of course, replies and says, what you mean I'm not hard enough? I took out, I did what you were unwilling to do and took your boy out. I made the decision that you were unwilling to make. And I think they got into a scuffle. And because Avon had been shot, String was able to put him down. And so they dealt with it that way. And then it was pretty much squashed based on their code, their own personal code with one another. But you knew that the die had been cast and that one of them was going to die. They both could not be in charge. How are you going to tell me that a season that has that scene in it can't that alone puts it at number one for me? That's
This scene was amazing.
How's that too Hollywood? How's that not gritty enough?
Have you ever been to Baltimore?
Yes.
See, I feel like that scene is my point exactly. It was an amazing scene, but in that scene, they became actors. The first season, I forgot they were actors. I was like, oh, these are the real drug dealers, right? Like their conversation, the dialogue, would they really be, let's look over the thing and what? No, it was a little too like, that was a little too Hollywood for me. It was like, okay, well, like they were trying to tell us this is what's going to happen. Whereas in the first season, it was like stuff just happened, and you were like, wait, how did that happen? But that's the best expression ever. Your face, you're like, I'm about to hang up. But it is. But it is. It was like, okay, now we're like, we have to make this a story. Whereas the first season was like, let's just see what happens. You don't know. It wasn't really scripted.
You're killing me right now. You're killing all my hopes and dreams. I take back everything I said about you having value.
Wow. But I'm okay with it. I have accepted that part of my crazy. That, I actually had a client I saw yesterday who I jokingly, he's an English teacher. And I said, okay, so you have read a lot of books and seen a lot of movies. I was like, I would describe myself as Kathy Bates' character from Misery, where she's like, you have to write it right. He didn't get out of the car. I have been like that about TV. I'm like, no, well, now wait. Is that realistic? Would that happen? And I've watched 35 years of TV, and I'm at a real standstill. Like, we were talking about it yesterday, and about some show, and I was like, I need the writers to start writing for their audience. If you're writing a show for Netflix, you need to write with the intention of me binge watching it. Because a show when you binge is different than when you watch every week.
Very true.
And some stuff you're like, well, what is the chronology? What is the passing of time in the story?
I'm binge watching The Americans right now. Mm-hmm. But mind you, it comes out every week, but only because I bought season passes. But I'm gonna tell you, you're absolutely right. The first of those, House of Cards, which I think was the first one that they launched of the original content. Yeah, you're gonna binge watch that. I will consume those in pretty much one sitting. I will when it comes out. I don't go to sleep. I just
Have
watch.
you seen Stranger Things yet?
Oh man, crushed it. I'm kind of mad because there's so many things in that show that remind me of the book that I wrote. Mm-hmm. Particularly the the way that and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the ending in particular.
I haven't gotten far. I'm thinking on episode 6.
Yeah, I was looking at it like, man, I wrote this. It's which is killing me because somebody else is getting that check. But okay, so let me ask you this: what are your top 5, if you have them, favorite shows of all time?
Ooh, all time. Calm down.
All time.
That's stressful.
Yeah, you have to. You got to put it out there like that. And somebody wired like you should have a top 5 list ready to go.
I don't know that I have them in chronological order.
It doesn't matter.
Like
they're your personal top 5. They can be in any order you want because it's fluid. It's a fluid list.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
What else did I really love? I used to freaking love Private Benjamin.
Okay. I can see that.
I don't know if I would say it was all time, though. I just remember being like, it's a can't miss.
It can be your personal all time. I'm not saying in the canon of everything, every TV show that's ever been made for everybody. But for you, a show is going to resonate in a different way. So that's why I say it's your personal top 5.
Okay.
All right. So Buffy, that's strong. Private Benjamin. Okay, I'll give you that.
I want to. I'm like, can I have a takesy backsy? I don't want to give Private Benjamin in the top 5. That's too much. I'm like, wait, there's other stuff.
Okay, this is why it's fluid. All right, so you gonna keep Buffy in there though? You gonna keep Buffy in the mix?
Yes.
Okay.
Buffy, yeah.
Right.
To this day, I'm like, I've seen every episode 5 times, and I'm still like, I can't believe that happened. Tear.
Got you. Okay. Then that definitely belongs in there.
I think The Wire is up there for me in
Okay.
the list because it's one of those like it's The Wire.
The Wire is falling into a space, I think, for a lot of people where they don't want to put it in their top five because everybody puts it in their top five, so people want to be contrarian.
But it's The Wire.
It's The Wire. You have to do it.
But it's The Wire.
But it's The Wire.
I really loved 6 Feet Under on Showtime.
I've never seen that show. You're gonna make me watch it now. Is it that good?
Well, it's not that. I think it just always called into question, like, because it's about a family of undertakers, like, the idea of mortality. Like, I will say this about the show. It is hands down the best series finale I've ever seen.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever thought about, like, television shows. I've thought about movies.
I want to get to that next, but your TV shows.
I've almost watched some of everything. And I have gone through phases where I like the silly, like I said about Buffy, like the silly teeny bopper stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why do I still watch Degrassi? I can't help it. It just happens.
I think you got a thing for Drake. That's why. Wasn't he on that show?
He was for a while, but he's a child.
Okay.
And you can't help but have a thing for Drake. If you listen to the radio now, he's on every single station.
Listen, I'm not hating on your thing for Drake. I got a thing for Drake too. We all do. We all love him.
Right. The Cosby Show.
Even now.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all the, so you separate now with the information that's come about from that. That's where I'm struggling with the Cosby Show.
And I think when we're talking about all-time top shows, I think, like you said, about something that resonates. Because it was a moment in time, right? Where it was like, hey, we're seeing this thing, and you grew up with these people. And,
Right.
that was, the Cosby Show. Like, what?
The only way I can do that is if I separate Cliff Huxtable from Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can do it.
I mean, it gave us so many classic moments, right? Like, and especially as far as it being a black show, for me, I felt like it was the first time we saw a show that wasn't necessarily about race.
Right.
But it was involved. You know what I mean? Like, It wasn't...
They were just people.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a family show.
Yep.
The Love Boat.
Okay, that's strong.
Not gonna lie, it still comes on. I'm like, oh, The Love Boat. No, really. What was that? Buffy?
You said Buffy, 6 Feet Under, Cosby, Love Boat.
The other one I have to throw in, because, like You Live and Die, I'm like, is Wonder Woman. Also, when it comes on TV, I still watch it.
Also strong.
Diana Prince, I'm like,
I love Wonder Woman for different reasons, you know, but, Wonder Woman is strong. That, Bionic Woman, yes, those were my 70s crushes.
I legit watched almost everything. Like The Jeffersons. I love a sitcom. I loved a soapy drama. I mean, I remember where I was when I found out who shot JR.
You and me both.
All of that stuff, right? Yeah. Like Falcon's Crest, Knots Landing, Dynasty. Like, I loved all that nonsense. 90210. What did we ever do? Charmed, I still love, except for
Charmed was strong. I never saw it while it was on, but I watched it after it had ended. Mm-hmm. I mean, and how can you not like that show? That show was dope. I stopped watching it
after Prue died. I think I gave it one season with Rose McGowan, and I was like, I can't do this.
See, Rose McGowan won me back when she was in, what was the name of that movie, that Grindhouse, with your boy, Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino. When she had a machine gun leg, it won me back to Rose McGowan.
But it wasn't Rose McGowan. Like I said about the Kathy Bates character, it legitimately was the way they wrote the story. So now, the first, what was that, like 3 or 4 seasons that had Shannon Doherty?
Yeah.
All of the sister dynamic was like, this is my sister. They would sit in the same chair together, and, they had that sister element. Like, remember when we were kids, and, like, I'm mad at you. You're my sister. I've always loved you. Then she dies, and Phoebe is like, oh, well, we got to find our new sister. Wait. Now, for the last 3 years, y'all have been besties, and, like, only one sister is heartbroken. I just call shenanigans. I'm like, they could have written it better. It seemed like they wrote it like, Alyssa Milano does not like Shannon Doherty, so we're going to act like she doesn't. It just seemed inauthentic. And, like, she was all gung-ho about, like, she's our sister and the power of 3, and we need to do all this. What? Because a second ago, like, there was and I've also seen this a bazillion times. So there's an episode where, like, a doctor steals their powers and gives them to the monkeys or something in the first season. Somehow when Piper finally admits that she loves Leo and they think that she's died, and Prue and Phoebe are like devastated. Piper, don't leave us, right?
Yeah.
Then fast forward to her dying and she's like, oh, well, I'm sad too, but mm-mm. You will no longer get my TV minutes. That's not how the character would have been. I can't believe he didn't get out of the cockadoodie car. That's that. So, you know.
I felt like what saved that show for me was, one, I think because I watched it after it had already had its run. And so I was able to binge it. And so you just keep going. But the dude who was the villain who was on Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
He saved it because he was so strong. What was he, Baltazar or something?
Baltazar and Cole. Yeah.
That dude was the man. And
Nip
so
Tuck was a good show.
Yeah, that kept me involved on that whole dynamic with him and Alyssa Milano. When the show where she turned evil, and they didn't keep that going long enough.
Yeah,
she was evil for about 5 minutes, whereas they could have gotten an entire season out of that dynamic. They ended it too quickly.
Because Joss Whedon got an entire season out of Angel being evil on Buffy. Mic drop. Just saying.
I'm saying. I mean, and then it got an entire show, which, quiet as it's kept, there was a period of time where Angel, I'd say season 2, maybe 3, whichever one had, what's her face?
Charisma Carpenter?
Nah, she was in, I think season 1, 2, 3, and 5. I want to say, whatever happened, she was out of there for at least one season. I think either she had some issue or she got pregnant.
I think she got pregnant.
She got pregnant.
Got
yeah.
real sick.
I'm not talking about the one where she was like dating Angel's son or whatever it was. That was creepy, to me. But the one where the person who turned Angel to begin with came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which interestingly enough,
Dexter.
What's wild is if you watch Buffy season 2, I want to say she got staked. She's like a random ancillary vampire, and you're like, wait a minute, aren't you the same one that's on Angel? How are you dead here but alive here? But there was a window when they were doing that arc that you could argue that those 2 hours of television were two of the best that were on TV. Because I think Buffy was in, I want to say, whatever season that, and I'm forgetting names now, but who was the one that was witch, whose eyes would go black? Yes, when Willow turned dark.
Yeah.
And they did that for a while. I think that those seasons were going on at the same time. And I mean, the Buffy Angel hour. I mean, the only thing I think that they were missing was giving Spike his own show. But Buffy and both Angel eventually became Spike's shows. Before long. I mean, he was the star probably around season 6, season 7 of Buffy. Yeah. And then he became the star of Angel in season 5. So James Marsden got his time. He got his minutes.
Yeah. He's pretty great.
He's pretty great. All right, you redeemed yourself a little bit.
Yeah, no, and Dexter, yeah. I would rank Dexter season 1, then season 4.
Okay.
John Lithgow, like that, forever and ever.
What about Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad was really good. That was one I binged because I didn't start until the last season.
It was like season 5 was about to start when had just started when I discovered that show.
Yeah.
And so I'm binging trying to catch up. Yeah.
Because I started to think that cooking meth was a legitimate, can I learn? This is chemistry, right? Then I was like, you need to put the remote down and watch something else. It's not real. You can't, no, I believe, nope. You know what else? It's real random. Law and Order SVU.
Come on now. That show was even Ice-T is dope. That's how dope that show is. That they took Ice-T from New Jack City and made him a cop on SVU. And I think because of his run on New Jack City, he was able to get that role. Mm-hmm. And he has managed to stay on, I think, longer than anybody else on that show.
And, what's her name? Mariska Hargitay.
Yes.
Yeah. But that show, I'm like,
SVU is
I just watch it all the time.
It's better than the actual Law and Order that it came from.
I never even watched that. I'm like, this is not Ice.
Yeah.
I can't.
SVU is strong. I mean, there's a window where that show just works. It's just strong. Yeah.
And honestly, I think it depends on how you determine like how you rate a show, right? Because there's some stuff I liked, but I'm like, why don't I like this season of that? And then after that,
What about Alias? Did you ever watch that?
I did, but I didn't start it from the beginning. I feel like if that's on Netflix, I need to go back. You know what I am watching on Netflix right now that it's the most fun? The Incredible Hulk from the beginning. It's so amazing.
The Hulk is...
I mean, I remember like loving it when I was a kid, but I'm like, it's even better now with the old 70s and 80s like music and the cars. Yeah.
All I know is that the Hulk threw a grizzly bear once. Just threw him. Just to do it. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you go on YouTube, you can find the clip. My man just overhead tossed.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno. He's the last person that's ever going to play the Hulk as a human being. Now Hulk's all CG. So I'm like, man, think about that. That dude was that dope.
Yeah.
All right, you redeemed yourself a little bit. I might keep you now.
There aren't that many things that I don't like, and some stuff I'll give a chance, but some stuff I'm like, that was overrated. Like it started out good. Like Bloodline. Did you watch that on Netflix?
No, I didn't. I've never seen that. So have you, speaking of that, we'll get Bloodline in a sec. Have you watched Marco Polo?
No, is it good? I have it like in the
queue.
Okay.
Marco Polo.
Okay.
Please watch that. Please. Marco Polo is just, I mean, I put it on, I crush it. 20 episodes crushed.
Nice.
It's that good.
Well, and it's sort of it's gotten subjective, right? Like I don't believe in everybody. Like, for example, Stranger Things. I've been hearing people say it's wonderful, and I'm like, what's wonderful mean? What's your taste like, right?
It's all right. It's all right. I'm not trying to be that one dude hating. It's good. I give it a solid B+. It's all right. And I'm not just saying that. It has moments. I watched it all. It was just, I enjoyed it. It feels very Stephen King. I liked a lot of, the actors are excellent, but I'm not ready to run outside and run around and shout from the mountaintop like, oh man, Stranger Things. I'm not ready to get on that bandwagon and put it in, the Hall of Fame. Yeah. But it's good. It's very good.
I've just liked the experience so far. Like you said, it's Stephen King. I really like the font.
Yes, it feels very Stephen King.
Very 80s. It feels like The Goonies meets War Games, meets a little bit of Red Dawn. You know what I mean?
It's tight. It's tight. Yeah.
Meets Firestarter, right? And I like all of the actors. I think that's what I like about it. I feel like
it's very well cast. Very well casted. Yeah, it's great. I'm not.
And because it's 80s too, all of that part, and Matthew Modine with the white hair and all that kind of stuff. But
it's definitely got
it's
got
better
all the right
than,
elements.
People say it's amazing. That I'm like, that wasn't really amazing.
No, that's not. Again, I'm not ready to worship at the statue of Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. But I'll visit it. I'll go by and I'll say, hey, the statue of Stranger Things is over there. I'm not ready to pledge my life to it as people will do. And I think that's. I don't want social media to force me to be contrarian. But I do want to be objective and be like, okay, not everything is as terrible as they want to make it out to be. Not everything is the be all end all, that people want to make it out to be. Like I saw people losing their minds, over it when they put it up, and I said, well, let me see what it's about, and I enjoyed it. It was good. It was exceptional. I mean, to me, I'd give it again 4 stars, 4 out of 5. I'm not ready to kill myself putting that 5th star on there though. I'm like, no, I ain't ready to go all there yet. It wasn't flawless. but it was really, really good.
Well, I think it depends on the perspective, right? So, talking about social media and me stepping away, I'm like, I can't let people trick me into believing stuff that's not true. And like any show, like something that I felt like I got duped by was the Hunger Games.
Come on now, talk that. Preach.
Stuff
Put the robe on.
that
Preach.
people said, I was like, oh, the Hunger Games, and then I was like, well, no, wait, I just used some valuable minutes. So I did not allow myself to get sucked into 50 Shades of Grey because I was like, I don't believe y'all anymore.
I saw all 3 Hunger Games movies in the theater, and I'm mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad about it because after the first one, there's no reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to watch 2 or 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Let me watch 1, and then it's done. There's nothing else
Right.
for me to. I have no reason to look at any of that. I ain't mad at Jennifer Lawrence. Do your thing. Do you get paid? Get that money. But yeah, nah.
Yeah.
The what was the other thing you just mentioned? 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I don't ever need to see that.